There it is.
Oh,
That's-
oh, oh,
oh.
oh.
Our Yuletide is over. And now it's here come the rambling crew. Jerry, Eddie, Cody too. Talking geek and crush and push. Moose game 70s bush. Here comes the rambling squad. They are just talking gods. Never cheesy, never bored. Contract tied to Skeletor. Here come the rambling team. Making all the hell is cream. Got all the greatest nerd chat. The Ramble's where it's at. Look at us. Ooh. What? What? What is happening, everybody? Welcome to Ramble Radio 484. Eddie and I are rocking our new holiday gear right here. This is the Geek's Guide, the Ramble podcast, a Geek's Guide to Pop Culture.
Yes.
We are the geeks. I'm comedian, cancer fighter, Christmas lover, Jerry Rocha, right there.
Diehard Christian.
Diehard Christian. Oh, as Christian as they get. Like, just as Christian as... Eddie, I'm so Christian, I don't want to hear anybody's bullshit about how the New Testament's a load of it. That's
right.
how Christian... There it is.
That's how Christian you
That's
are. Good
how
for
Christian I am. And then right over
I'm
there
comedian
we have
Eddie Pence. Comedian Eddie Pence.
El hombre. El hombre.
Fellow diehard Christian.
Fellow diehard. Is this also a Christian podcast?
Fellow Christian warrior.
Yeah,
what we are, Christian
I think
warriors.
If anything's a Christian podcast, it's the Ramble. This is because I think to walk that Christian path that we do, that allows us to call Burl Ives a power bottom.
A power
that
bottom.
allows us to explain how Burl
to label him a power bottom and people to accept it as gospel. I haven't been able to listen to Burl Ives this entire season without.
Holy
that's
shit!
The first thought.
Holly Jolly Christmas came on today, and I was like, "Fuck." Well, you want to have another go up there? Maybe you put on some cleats. I might feel something while you're stomping around in there.
Maybe you're inviting some friends over and you get a couple people up there. You know, make me feel something.
God. It's been years. Oh, man. Well, today we're going to obviously break down, dissect, discuss. Is episode 5 of Skeleton Crew or 4?
Episode 5 of Skeleton Crew.
Episode 5 of Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
We are going to break this son of a bitch down. However, man, what a dope-ass hat. Look at this dope-ass MF Doom hoodie, Andrea.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
And now look at this hat. Look at
this hat. This is the Washington, D.C. Homestead Grays.
Oof.
Negro League team.
Look at this hoodie Andrea got me. The Negro Minor League, I believe, Sioux City Ghosts.
Look at that.
What
Beautiful.
a logo. Is this the greatest logo in sports?
It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
And so what a holiday season. I gotta smuggle fucking Colton over here to help me put this.
Oh, look at that.
Together.
Look at that gorgeous thing.
Was not expecting the Great Deku Tree Legend of Zelda.
Ooh, that is beautiful. Are you gonna what season are you gonna make it? Or are you gonna change it according to the seasons?
Well, it's either Ocarina of Time or Breath of the Wild version. I'm gonna start with Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
And then do Ocarina, and then I might just keep flipping them. I might do that. Or you and I might just have to, go roll the Lego store so I can just get another one.
Might just have to get another one. That's the only thing that makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense.
What else? So we hope you all had a great fucking Christmas or a great holiday, whatever you observe, celebrate. I say Merry Christmas even though I'm a non-believer because I grew up with it. So that's just easier for me. But whatever you fucking did,
if I know someone celebrates Christmas, I'll say Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
but then in general, I'll just tell people Happy Holidays because I don't know
if I have practicing Jewish friends, which I do, I'll say Happy Hanukkah. It's just It's just whatever. Who gives a fuck?
But whatever you do, you shouldn't get pissed about it either way.
No, there's no war on it, you dumb fucks. That's the last thing there is a war. It's the war on Christmas. We say Merry Christmas. It's not real. You fucking idiot. I mean, that's my thing.
Not real. There's so many other things to get mad about in the world. That's not one of them.
You know what? I'm going to say it best. Mick Jagger while channeling Satan in the Rolling Stones masterpiece, Sympathy for the Devil. I've watched with glee while you kings and queens fought for 10 decades for the gods they made.
Ooh,
there it is. If there's anything if there's anything evil must love is watching human beings butcher each other over bullshit stories. That is gotta be
good stuff.
That's like that is. Ooh, I watch glee while you kings and queens. What a great line! Fought for 10 decades for the gods they made. Woo! I made sure to bust that out at karaoke night the other night.
Oh yeah,
on the holidays. Christmas song. Hey, Sympathy for the Devil. Christmas song. It counts. It's so my God, Eddie, what an episode! As we
keeps getting better, man. Keeps getting better.
Here's what got me the most excited, Eddie. We still have 3 to go. We still have 3 to go.
This episode literally could have been the next to last
finale.
episode.
Yes, even the season.
It could have been like
season finale. It probably would have been too big of a cliffhanger, right?
Right, but this could have been like the episode before the season finale.
Yep,
and now we still have 2 more. We still have 3 more after this.
And we're gonna spoilers ahead for Star Wars Skeleton. By the way, subscribe to the Ramble, 5-star rating, positive text review, because you know what I think everyone on the planet is clamoring to get, Eddie.
Yeah.
The Seth salute. I think everybody
Seth
wants
salute.
Seth
There it
salute
is.
right there, the Seth salute. Seth Cano is still our most recent positive text review. However, Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie.
What?
Do you have a calendar handy?
Let me see. Let me pull one up.
Okay, because to me, the last time I checked, this is Christmas Day that we are recording this.
We are recording on December 25th right now, because that's how much we love you guys, that we have ignored we've shunned our own families
shunned them,
to record for the Ramblers.
Presents are being opened right now. I selfishly opened all my presents before Andrea's nephews. Just like, fuck this. I have to go ramble. So
Colton's in the other room crying, going, "Where's Daddy? Where's Daddy?"
Sorry.
And I'm like, "Hey, can you keep it down? I'm recording."
Yeah. And then, do you mind if I answer that question to your son?
Yeah.
He's being a man. He's being a man. There it is. There's
doing man stuff.
Doing man stuff. So Eddie.
Yeah.
Our dream has come true. We're at 155-star ratings, and it's not even January. We wanted to get there before 2025, and we did it. We subscribe to the Ramble, 5-star rating, positive text review. Follow our social medias. Eddie and I have comedy albums you can go buy. You can stream Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music. You hear us on Sirius XM. Crank that shit. You know what? I would take it a step further.
Yeah.
If there's a hotline, call Sirius XM. Ask them to play more comedy from Eddie Pence and Jerry Rocha.
How about that? How about that?
And then when they play it, you take a picture and you crank that shit.
Right.
That's so all those things. Because you don't want to be a chump. And Seth, not chump.
Here.
Whoever put us at 150, not a chump. So there we go. Man, there it is. Seth salute. Now I'm gonna begin this. I'm gonna get controversial here.
Okay. No, is this gonna be a hot take? It's gonna be a Rocha hot take.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready for it. Give me that Rocha hot take.
Let me just get I'm trying to see if there are other things to reference. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Let me see.
Sure.
Just want to make sure I got it right. But okay. I'm going to just say this right now about Skeleton. Now, spoilers ahead, okay?
Yeah.
So this is it. I think the greatest name ever in Star Wars vehicles is Millennium Falcon.
Sure. Yeah.
Number 2 is Onyx Cinder.
That's a great name. That's a great fucking name. The Onyx Cinder
is number 2. I was like, God damn, they gave this ship the second coolest name in all of fucking Star Wars.
It's a great-ass fucking name. It's a great-ass fucking name.
The only thing that might beat it in all of fucking sci-fi is the Starship Enterprise. But that's
Onyx Cinder.
Onyx
Pretty
Cinder.
Dope.
It's already
Colton got that Lego for Christmas, too. He got
the Onyx Cinder?
Christmas. Yeah.
They was it called that on the Lego box, or was it?
I'd have to look and see. I don't know if it's called the Onyx Cinder or not.
It is. It's the second best name of a ship in all of Star Wars. I think. I'm sorry to say this, Eddie. Millennium Falcon is number one, but that was an overtime win. That wasn't some ass kicking. That was Millennium Falcon pulled it together, but it was
like a
an
54-yard field goal. Yeah.
It was like shit.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. It was both teams had a chance.
Right.
And then
The highly
Falcon,
favored Millennium Falcon. The
Right.
highly favored.
Right.
Home field
Right.
advantage.
Home field advantage.
Double-digit favorite.
Double-digit favorite. It was
Onyx
neck and neck the
Saber.
whole game.
Onyx Cinder, the upstart, the young upstart.
And they
Comes in there.
Boy,
Takes him the distance.
distance. It was. Can I tell you what I thought? How I looked at it.
Yeah.
The Millennium Falcon was that badass archaeologist at the beginning of Last Crusade who puts his hat on young Indiana Jones. You know what I mean? There you
Yeah.
go. Young
You didn't win
Indiana
today,
Jones.
kid, but that doesn't
But-
mean you have to like it.
Exactly.
Boom.
And
Drop
then
the hat.
that might be the greatest moment in all of Indiana Jones. I hate to say that.
It's
but I
pretty
think that
fucking sweet.
There was.
Well, that's
I
how he gets
remember-
his hat.
I remember having goosebumps when he puts the hat on River Phoenix, and then he looks up and it's Harrison Ford. I was like,
And he
this
gets
is
punched in the
and he
face
gets punched, and
immediately.
He's like smiling. I was like, this is the greatest fucking thing ever. Anyway, Onyx Cinder, what a fucking name! They are
Great
knocking
name.
this
Cool
show
ship.
out of the
Cool
park.
fucking ship.
And so I really enjoy the humor in this show. I'm going to be honest. I was not expecting a kid's show to be this genuinely funny each episode.
Yeah.
Is that like the fact that
The fucking concubine line? What's a concubine?
amazing? That's why Neil is my favorite character in the fucking
What's
show.
a concubine?
I just love how earnest and innocent Neil is. He's fucking hysterical.
Like, that's enough of story time.
Enough of story. And I don't think there was anything funnier than somehow SM-33 being able to show as much outrage as possible from a droid at what this planet had become when his old skullduggery island is just this
His lair
fucking
is now a
resort.
spa.
It's a resort. It's turned.
And how great to make it a spa. Like, that's just
so
fucking...
perfect. It was so good, and I mean and I love that.
And there's a fucking hut in a mud bath, and he's picking up that thing, and the guy's like,
not
not again.
Like, this thing somehow survives being eaten and digested by a hut. Shit out by a hut. This thing just spends a few months in a hut's guts, gets shit out,
Shit out, and goes back. Goes back to work.
Fucking tremendous. I don't know if if there's any gripe for this show. I just wish it took place after Rise of Skywalker. I just want to.
Yeah, so you can see it going forward.
Yeah, that's it. But it's so. I mean, and then so more spoilers. We did. What I love is there is this legendary pirate layer.
Yeah.
I love the weird little wink to Dash Rendar with the other
Dash.
Dash that Crimson Jack has. I love that.
I had to
Crimson Jack-
rewind it once because I thought she said Dash Rendar. Like, did you say Dash Rendar? And I had to
Rendar?
fucking rewind.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, did she say Dash? Did she call him Dash Rendar? It was so good. Oh, Eddie, can I give you my theory?
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about Crimson Jack, obviously, because I think that's probably the big one next. And then I just also love how these kids are kids, real quick. I love how they get into this fight. They just want to get back home, but they're in this penthouse. And
then they start having a pillow fight
as
on the
Crimson
bed.
Jack is trying to figure out what we're gonna do. It's like,
He's
are
like,
you even paying attention?
and turns into any adult around children.
Amazing, and it was that was fantastic. But I love that we finally see the layer of this pirate, and it's holy shit. If you thought this thing was a Goonies tribute before,
Right.
Getting to his treasure room was just the Goonies. It was the fucking Goonies, and it was great.
I almost wanted a whole episode of them going through booby traps.
Going through the booby traps.
Because that one booby trap that takes you up and just impales you on spikes.
Fucking great. And
good.
then Urkel just fucking killing the dude and sending him up there. That was great. Like, but can I give you my big spoiler theory?
Yeah.
That pirate is the supervisor of this Anakin.
Yeah, that's why they on the hologram you can't see his face.
And I think the dad knows this. Wim's father is completely aware of this. I'm gonna say he might have survived with him. He might have been a stowaway.
He was a crew member.
Yep, and he knows. That's what I think. That's where I'm going with this. I think that pirate and
I definitely believe I'm a little cautious with the dad now, just because he seemed like so nervous at the computer terminal at the beginning. I don't know how much action this guy's seen now.
Right,
Because he seemed to be shitting his pants.
But he also
maybe, I
seemed
don't know.
to be breaking what they were planning on doing. And I wonder if he was shitting his pants not for fear of the droids busting him, but for fear of maybe he's got his own plan. He's trying to enact, and he's like, I don't want this getting out, because he was so fucking pensive when the droid was talking to him at their house in the previous episode, right?
But I'm totally buying into the pirate is the pirate captain is the supervisor. They crash landed there. He survived,
and they're not
took over.
They're not helping clone Palpatine. They are doing nothing but printing this motherfucker credit so he can.
That's why it's a treasure. Yeah, it's a treasure. It's literally a treasure that just keeps regenerating treasure.
He just goes off for a month, buys whatever he wants, comes back. It's just, that's what I think. That's what I'm thinking. Can I give you my other? Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
That was Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber.
From when?
But how do we don't know how that fucking little chick got it in Force Awakens.
Yeah, but that's not, it doesn't look like the same hilt.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it had gold. It had gold in it.
I think that was from the lighting. I think that was from the light. I think it was the gold glowing off of all the other treasure. I'm telling you.
It didn't have the handle. I have to go back and look. I don't think that was Anakin's.
I wouldn't mind if that's how they explain that thing getting in a.
That'd be cool, but I don't.
What's her fucking name?
To me, it didn't look. Maz Katana.
Maz Katana. Getting into Maz's hands.
I wouldn't. That'd be a cool way to do it, but I don't. I have to go back and look, but I don't think that was the lightsaber.
That was my first. Like, fuck, is that Anakin?
Because it looked like it had gold inlay in it, and it almost looked like a temple guard's lightsaber.
Well, I thought if that thing is blue, it's Anakin. I thought, and then I was like, oh shit. And then now let's get, dude, Crimson Jack. This was. He went.
What's his name? Jod? Is that the real name that he goes? Jod?
I don't think we know.
Well, yeah, we probably don't know.
I think he has gone through. He went through like what? A heel turn, a face turn, a face turn, and a heel turn.
Oh, dude.
But again, I think if he really was this evil, ruthless person, he would have just killed her.
He would have just killed her.
Or he would have just left them for dead. He didn't do that either. He instructed
and he could
33
have
to
at any
take
point
him prisoner. And he almost looked. Here's my other theory, Eddie, and I can't wait to hear your take on this. When I forgot who it was. Is it Wim who just hits the trap and sends them all down?
Neil or Wim, I forget who it was.
I think that's when Crimson Jack did another face turn.
Well, he looked concerned. He looked like,
he was like, now I got to go rescue him. He was like, I thought his face said, oh shit, I can't just leave.
Right, and that's why he picks up the saber, because he's like, I got to go fuck some shit up to save these kids.
I have to go save these kids.
Yeah.
Complete Han Solo move, refilling the fucking trap with acid while that.
Oh, dude, and you hear him out there, fucking so good. And to me, like, my favorite part of the show, outside of the ending when he grabs the lightsaber, is when he's sitting there with the one kid, I forget the kid with the hologram screen or whatever on the ship.
Wim.
And he sits there next. Wim, he sits there and he force levitates it over to him, like, okay. And he says, he says Qui-Gon's line. Your force determines your reality. That's Qui-Gon's line from Phantom Menace.
Could he have been a pupil of Qui-Gon's?
Could he have been a Padawan of Qui-Gon at some point?
Oh, I am.
Because that's Qui-Gon's line. He tells that to Anakin in Phantom Menace.
It's fascinating, dude. I love the fact that it looks like he was like, I think he had a plan I think part of his plan obviously he wants the money. And I think something inside him was saying the easiest way for me to get it's after he sees the hologram of the pirate.
Yeah.
and then he thinks, okay, if I'm gonna pull this off, I got to take these kids prisoner, right? Yeah. And
I need to have control of the ship. I have to have control of this robot.
Yes, if I'm gonna enact my plan, I don't want to hurt them, which is what he kept, because he could have.
But I need to. Oh yeah.
He had the force. He could have.
Yeah, he could have killed him at any point.
He could have run that blade right through.
But he knows he needs control of SM-33. Right. He needs the ship. He has to. Yep. He has to have all that stuff to do what he needs to do.
And then so he just I loved it, and I love the fact that he was like, God damn it, I gotta save him now, because it's clear with all the credits he gives the concierge at the hotel that he didn't pay for those kids' freedom like we thought he did, right? Like it was assumed he did. He probably just wiped out all those motherfuckers.
Oh, he wiped all of them out. He didn't pay those people for those cattle, the space cows or whatever it was.
He just killed them.
He killed them all.
I'm still wondering if we're going to get it, since there's 3 episodes left. Do we get a cold open of an upcoming episode where he just does that? And you're like, oh, shit.
There's so much. Like, I want to find out, was he really Qui-Gon's Padawan? Like, how does, like, that's such a specific line to say.
That's why I couldn't wait to talk with you about this, because I was wondering where I'd heard that before. When he said that, I'm like, wait, who the fuck? I was just sitting there. It was killing me. I'm like, who? I know Eddie would know. I'm like,
it's when Qui-Gon he hasn't been given permission to train Anakin, but Anakin's going with him back to Naboo, and he's like, just watch me and remember, your focus determines your reality. And they get on the ship and they go.
That was after the pod race, right?
Yeah.
It was after he wins him in the pod race. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, they were back on Coruscant and they were getting ready to go back to Naboo.
Right.
And that's when he says it to him.
Oh, fuck, dude. That was. See? I was.
But like that, it's weird though, because he's so much younger now, because Obi-Wan was an old man was old man and dead by this point.
Yes. Yes.
So this guy's too young to have been Qui-Gon's apprentice. But maybe this is, did Obi-Wan train somebody on Tatooine
that we don't know
and
about?
Then the kid left? Or maybe Obi-Wan went and did the mission and left that kid there, and he grew up to be like, what happened? Like, because that's got to come from the lineage of Qui-Gon.
Well, what's the coaching tree for Qui-Gon?
For that one, Yoda,
Dooku.
Count Dooku,
Qui-Gon,
Obi-Wan. That's the coaching tree there. That's the coaching tree. That's the Bill Walsh West Coast coaching tree. So that's got to be in there somewhere. Why would you say that line? That's not a famous Star Wars line. That's not like, oh, I got a bad feeling about this, or may the Force be with you.
And Qui-Gon, up to this point, was the only Force user who ever said that shit.
Yeah.
So.
And he was always about, if you pay close attention in Phantom Menace, Obi-Wan was like, I feel something, a disturbance of the Force somewhere else, something elsewhere, something elusive. And Qui-Gon goes, you keep your focus here where it belongs, in the present. So he was always about the living Force and being in the present and not being distracted by other things. And that's a very specific Qui-Gon thing that he had to get from somebody, and somebody's passed it on to this guy.
And there's
no
way that this kid, that the timeline would not add up for this guy to have been Dooku's apprentice, right?
Or Qui-Gon's, or Obi-Wan's. I mean, possibly Obi-Wan. Possibly Obi-Wan, if Obi-Wan had an apprentice on Tatooine. He found a Force-sensitive kid on Tatooine and took him under his belt, and maybe the kid got kidnapped by pirates or something like that. And he grew up on a pirate ship.
Unless there was some, because he would have had to have been. It would have to have been someone who wasn't as old as Qui-Gon, but not as young as Obi-Wan, right? If we had to look at it to have, right? So
because you see, when Qui-Gon dies in Phantom Menace, Obi-Wan is like in his early 20s or whatever he is. Yes. He's young.
And there's too many things that happen for him to have taken on a new apprentice besides Anakin.
And we've seen everything. We've seen everything because he takes on Anakin right after that, and he trains him all the way up until Revenge of the Sith, and then Obi-Wan goes and lives on Tatooine. So that's the only place where he could have picked up a young kid to teach him the Force if he found a Force-sensitive kid.
On Tatooine. That's it.
I don't know. It's interesting.
That would be interesting.
It's interesting
if Obi-Wan had to stop training this kid to fulfill his duty to protect Luke.
Luke.
I'm trying to think timeline-wise.
Or the kid literally gets kidnapped by pirates, and Obi-Wan's like, I can't leave Tatooine. I have to stay here to protect Luke.
I have to stay here. Like what? I'm trying to think. When in the timeline, do you know when Darth Maul finally got it from Obi-Wan?
He gets it. He dies in Rebels, which is, I think it takes place a few years before the Battle of Yavin. So, because Obi-Wan's an old man at that point when they have their final battle in Rebels. So I think it's like 3 or 4, maybe 5 years before A New Hope.
Would that have worked out? Could Obi-Wan have said, "Shit, I have to go stop Darth Maul," and that's how this?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you think about that, say 4 years before A New Hope, and I think A New Hope to Return of the Jedi is like another 3 or 4 years. That whole timeline, and then this is 5 years after that.
Yeah.
So you're looking at like almost 15 years. So if he had a kid he was training who was like 10 years old, Jod's maybe 25, 30, maybe he's 30 years old. I don't know.
Of course, Jude Law's like 50. So
I know. So I don't know. I don't know how it adds up. There's got to be a connection there somehow. I don't know.
Because they wouldn't just give you that Qui-Gon line. They wouldn't.
It's a weird line
out there.
It's a weird line to throw in there.
Man,
because it's an obscure line I have not heard anywhere else except that one time.
I'm so happy that we had this, because I was like, Eddie, had we not done this episode, it would have fucking killed me. I'd have had to Google like, where the fuck did I hear that? I'm like, I know that line from Star Wars. I knew it was a Star Wars line. Like, where the fuck?
Yeah. No, that line's always stuck with me because it's a great life lesson to live by. I mean, it helps keep you grounded in whatever's happening.
I think it's Yoda number 1, Qui-Gon's number 2 as far as Jedi goes.
I don't know if there's a better piece of Jedi advice than your focus determines your reality. I don't know if anything goes past that.
Past the Darth Maul battle, I don't know of a better. I think my favorite non-action scene in the Phantom Menace is before the pod race when he gives him his first Jedi lesson. Remember that? And he just tells Anakin, he gives him just like, hey, just another one of those, just be in the moment. You know what I mean? Like that. What did he say? Trust your instinct. I forgot what he tells him, but it's before the pod race. Yeah. And the Jedi music plays faintly. You know what I mean? And he just gives him that like, oh, fucking. And Qui-Gon. I mean, here's why I love Qui-Gon. A little bit like the Hulk Hogan of Jedi. Like, Hulkster is a good guy, but he'll back rake you when the ref's not looking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know what? And Qui-Gon.
If you're trying to throw a guy over the Royal Rumble, he'll throw you over too.
He'll throw you over too. He got Macho Man with.
He got Macho Man.
Was it Bad News Brown, right? Macho Man.
I think it was Bad News Brown.
And Hogan just took them.
He'll toss both of you guys. He'll toss both of you guys.
That was Qui-Gon making the dice roll the way he wanted to. Remember that? The chance dice. Yeah. Like. That was a back rake when the ref wasn't looking. That was a absolute back rake. Like, he's not like Count Dooku is the one who would pull the hey, and then give you the nut shot, right? That's right. Qui-Gon won't do that. No, but he will do.
I mean, even on his deathbed, he lays the guilt trip on Obi-Wan. He doesn't even say bye to Obi-Wan or how great or how much he loves Obi-Wan. He's like, pal. He's like, hey, train the guy. Promise me you're going to train the kid. I don't give a fuck what happens to you. Train this fucking kid.
Train this fucking kid. He's absolutely got that Hulkster. Just I am the good guy, but I'll if I
for me to be the good guy, I got to do shit my way.
Yeah, if I have to choke you a little bit when oh fuck, he's not quite Stone Cold.
No.
In fact, I would think Stone Cold would probably be the guy from Ahsoka, Balin.
He's Balin Skull. He's a little more Stone Cold.
More just complete,
I'll burn this whole fucking place down. That's
right.
Balin Skull.
But it's like, if I think Balin Skull, if Thrawn was about to sacrifice Stephanie McMahon like the Ministry was. I think Balin he steps in. He stops.
Yeah, he steps in a little bit. Qui-Gon goes, let me see how this is going to benefit what I want to happen. And then that's how that gets resolved.
Oh, so good. Well, dude, this is going to be, I can't fucking wait.
I'm excited.
This is now, so I lie. I have 2 gripes. Obviously, why can't this be post Rise of Skywalker? Yeah. And then the other gripe is, why can't this be on Netflix so we could just watch them all right now and be done with it?
Waiting a week.
Fuck. 3 more weeks to see what is going to happen. I can't fucking wait.
I know.
Man, what a Ramble Radio. My goodness. Big one here. We had a lot going on. Regrettably, It is after dark too, so it's going to be really ugly.
Okay.
Contraction.
I hate after dark. I hate after dark.
I know.
Skeletor. Did you have a Merry Christmas?
It's not over yet. I'm still having a very, very Merry Christmas.
Oh, I think what he's trying to say is he's having a white Christmas. Because that's the color of my jizz. Is white, pure white. My jizz that's coming out of my anal dick and my regular. They're both in his mouth right now. All right, there it is. Jesus.
Ask Eddie what I'm going to borrow this name when I'm done sucking that because this is not easy because I don't grow.
He says, ask Eddie, where can I put all this jizz? Because Dex does jizz a lot when I'm done sucking him off because Skeletor doesn't swallow. So he wants you to ask him, well, I guess, what place is big enough? Because have you ever seen a fire hose? That's how I jizz. It's continuous like a fire hose, and it takes about a month and a half for me to get it all out. So it's a lot of jizz, and he's asking you, where do you think you'll put it? But what place could be big enough?
Go ahead, Eddie. Ask.
Where?
Everybody's fucking pussy.
I think you get what he was saying. It's in the snub, Cody.
Let's get him on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, we got to get. Hopefully, he'll be back next week.
Hopefully.
Oh, boy.
So you can find me. 5 days a week on patreon.com, The Ralph Report, and then Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio, and then also on Fridays, Not Today with Jen Sturger.
Go find all those things. You can find me. I think I'll be back to streaming video games probably last night, for sure tonight. As I'm on Retro Rocha on Kick or Twitch, or just my name on YouTube. Find us, love us, subscribe to all of our things. You know where to find us. Take care, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful fucking holiday. We are going to be back New Year's Eve for your next Ramble Radio. How about that?
How about that?
Have a good one. We love you all. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
I did not know that about Dex.
No, I didn't. I didn't know it takes a month to climax.
And that it's like a pure fire hose the entire month. Is that him or his race?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that's in Wikipedia. I don't think we can look that up in Wikipedia.
I think those are part of Lucas's notes, like how Tolkien just had note after note after note for Lord of the Rings. Lucas is explaining how Dex jizzes.
Dex is raced. Jizzes for a month.
Well, I gotta at least clear this up.
People are gonna want to